Hey, hello everyone, good morning. It's Thursday morning, it's Wednesday morning. There you go, I'm ready to jump in the day here. I'm so excited. Wednesday morning, and yes, the day has finally come. I've been posting for the last 10 days a countdown to today's special event that I'm running this evening, a special webinar, and today is the day. This evening at 7:30 is all going down. If you are not there, you will be missing out. So come on, join us, and I will tell you in a second why you should be joining us and what else is going on during that webinar, which is really, really exciting. But my question to you today is, first of all, this: what if? What if you had the chance to change your life and make it the way you want it? Yeah, whatever it is that you want to be able to live more comfortably. You want to be able to pay your debts. You want to be able to go on holiday more often. You want to be able to provide for your children. What if you had the chance to do all of that? Would you take it? That's the question I'm going to ask you. Hi, Darren. Right, so why am I asking you that question? Because this is what this is all about. It's about the right place and it's about the right time. The right place is the webinar this evening that I'm running, so the chance for you to take control of your future. The right time is 7:30 UK time. I've got lots of people following me and some people coming over listening to the webinar this evening from other countries. Please check your country for time zones. UK is British summer time, so if you're coming from the States or if you're coming from Australia, then please check your country for the right time to join the webinar. I will put the link at the end of this video so you can click on the link and register for this webinar. And why should you be attending this webinar? Why? There's 10 reasons why you should be attending this webinar. They're not all exhaustive. These are the ones that I think the most relevant to most people in the UK and some other countries as well. Reason number one: you are tired of saying you can't afford it, and you're tired of reading the restaurant menu from right to left. Yes, right to left is where you're looking at the price before you're looking at what you're going to be eating. If this resonates with you, you should be on tonight's webinar to see how you can change that. Reason number two: you're fed up of spending all your time working to make someone else's richer. Yeah. And in the process of doing that, you neglect your family, so no time for your family, and you're neglecting your health. Because of course, when you're too busy working for somebody else, the last thing you think about is about eating healthily and staying fit. So that's reason number two. That I think lots of people, I know lots of my clients in that position, yeah, they're working for somebody else, working ridiculous hours, their health is going down the pan. And that is considered acceptable. That's not acceptable. If it's not acceptable for you, do not stick with that. There are other ways of doing this. Reason number three: you're worried that you will not get enough money in retirement. Now, I already said this many times before, is the retirement age is getting further and further, because at the end of the day is nobody can afford to retire these days. And when you retire, unless you're really, really lucky with your pension plan, you put the maximum you can put in there and they're super performing, you are going to be retiring in poverty. Yeah, so if you're worried about your retirement, you don't want to retire and find yourself on the poverty line, come tonight at the webinar. This is absolutely one of the reasons why you should be coming, to see what you can do to avoid that pitfall. Reason number four: you have a big vision how your life should be, but so far you have not managed to get to that point. Now, whatever you're doing at the moment is not delivering the life that you want. So what are you going to do about it? Well, if you keep on doing what you always do, you always done, you will always get what you always got. That's the reason, that's the definition of insanity. You cannot keep doing what you're doing now if it's not delivering the life you want to get. So you have to change something. Change is difficult, I know it is, but that's why tonight's webinar is ideal. You come on board, listen to what we gotta say. We are there to support you. So there is another way, to make sure retirement is not is not poverty, to make sure that your life while you're working is going to be the life you want to live, not the life of, Groundhog Day. Get up, go to work, get up, go to work, and nothing else in the middle. No enjoyment, no social life, no family life, no health life. Right, reason number five: you want to make a switch from employed to self-employed or business owner. Yeah, but you don't want to have to invest huge amount of capitals and having very high risk. Basically, all the risk is on you. Yeah, so I'm a business owner, I'm a personal trainer, and I can tell you personal training is, compared to other businesses, like imagine if you at the restaurant chain, so personal training compared to other businesses is not so expensive to run. Yeah, I still have to pay in excess of £3,000 a year just for to maintain my qualification and to maintain my insurance policy. That doesn't include, you know, everything else, buying equipment and car maintenance and repairs and all the kind. Doesn't include any of that. Yeah, so every year I have to invest at least £3,000 in my business just to keep everything running. Yeah, and very often there's extra expense I have to put in every year on top of what I've already planned. And that is not an expensive business, guys. If you want to start a business from scratch, typically you will have to go to your bank manager, get a loan for a huge amount of capital, unless you're rich enough to have that, in which case you don't need to come to the webinar. You got plenty of money, you got everything you want. So if you got to start a business from scratch, you are talking about investing tens of thousands of pounds, £100,000, depending what kind of business you want. You start on a debt. You gotta build a business from the ground. It's your service, it's your product. You gotta test it on the market, and it might all fall flat on its face. This is not what is about. You don't have to build the business from scratch like that, investing a huge amount of money, taking all the risk yourself. There are other ways of doing that. So, and that's one of the things that we will be covering at the webinar tonight. Reason number 6, you're fed up of not getting paid what you're worth. Of course, as I mentioned before, if you work for someone else, you will only get paid what the other person or the company decides you're worth, and that will be totally dictated by how much profit the company wants to make, not dictated by what value you bring to the company. The only way for you to get value, your value, is to work for yourself. That's the only way. Yes, you get extra headaches when you work for yourself, but the rewards are tenfold. Yeah, and you get what you want. You got freedom of time. You can choose when and how you want to work. You get more time for your family. You earn 10, 20 times more than being employed. And the best part of that, you pay a fraction of a tax you will pay as an employee. Why do you want to work for somebody else? Make somebody else rich. You live on the poverty line and you get taxed to hell. You know, allow is not a rocket science. This is fairly straightforward thing. Yes, it can be daunting to own your own business, but that's why you need to attend tonight's webinar. What we're going to be showing you tonight is what I'm doing with my business partner, which is my husband, is on my team, and we're going to show you what we are doing. This is the simplest thing possible ever, but it will change your life from that to that. Yeah. Okay, so reason number 7, it could be that you have an entrepreneur mindset, so you're a business minded person. Yeah, and you want to profit from the huge growth that is happening right now in the wearable technology industry. Now, if you think back, what is the one sector that is constantly evolving and therefore constantly performing? That's technology. We live with technology. We are surrounded by technology. Technology is developing all the time. You know, if you look back 20 years ago, there was no mobile phone, no smartphone. Now everybody's got one. Think even further back, 30 years ago, there was no internet. We all had to go to the libraries to educate ourselves and to do research. Yeah. Now it's all at your fingertips. This is what life is today, and technology will be part of our life more and more and more, and it's all going to be no longer you holding a device like a mobile phone or tablet. It's all going to be wearable technology on your wrist, on your eyes, in your ears. Even some people are forecasting even things that you can wear. They're going to be attached to your clothes, part of your clothes that will do all sorts of readings on you. So this is where it is all going. It's a massive market, and this market by 2020 is going to be going over $34 billion. We're going to be worth over $34 billion. That's a massive growth. You want a slice of that? You want to make money on even just 5%, 1% of that. Imagine that. So this is what it's all about. You gotta find, what works, what is developing, what is going to be there in the future, and what has got the best potential for profit for you. And that's technology. Yeah. And that's what you need to look at. And that's what we're going to go through and teach you more about on the webinar. Reason number 8. Right, okay, are you getting poorer with rising prices? Of course we are. We all know we got inflation, yeah? Every country's got inflation. The UK at the moment is around about 3%, give or take. But the reality is that's the cost of living, you know, based on a basket of items, you know, the cost of living, food and stuff like that. The reality is when you add to that things like utility bills, and we all know that we get, in the UK at least, we are getting ripped off by gas company, electricity company. Yes, they're going to put in the smart meter for you if you haven't got one yet, but you know what, that's not going to change the prices you're going to pay for your unit that you use. Yeah, those are in the hands, unfortunately, of these big companies, and they can do whatever they want because you just haven't got a choice. Yeah, you shop around, you can compare with other companies, they're all there or thereabout price wise. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing. We received a bill for our gas and electricity for last 3 months. £800. £800, that's a fortune. That's 4 times the mortgage payment. It's ridiculous, and we got no control over that because unfortunately that you know, we have to pay either that or you get no electricity, no gas. You know, you got 5 people living in the family, you know, everybody's using hot water, everybody's cooking, everybody's using electricity, so it all goes. You got no choice. Yeah, but you got a choice. The choice is to determine how much you're going to earn. Now, if you got a job, you'll be lucky. You'll be lucky to get an annual increase of 2%. Most employers do not give an annual increase anymore. The only way you can increase your income if you're employed is by getting promoted. But to get promoted it takes a long time, and then very often it's not so much about how much you do or how good you work. You all know this. Sometimes it's very much on how well you get on with the managers. With your manager and your upline, if you like, yeah, for them to determine whether they're going to put you for promotion. It's not just about your value. It's all about what is in their plans, yeah. So, and even if you get promotion, you get promotion, you know, they might increase your salary from, I don't know, 30,000 to 35,000. That is minimal increase. The cost of living is increasing still a higher rate than that. Now, if you factor in the rate of inflation together with the actual cost of utilities going up all the time, you really need to have a wage increase every year, 10%, just to keep level, to keep the value of your money. Yeah, if your wage increase is not 10% every year, you are losing money. What you're earning is worth a lot less because of all the cost of living. Yeah, so that is a very important point, guys. If that resonates with you, you need to be on tonight's webinar. Right, reason number 9. You want to provide for your children's future. We're talking about university fees, wedding costs, maybe help them to buy a home. Yeah, you want to pay off all your debts. There's a lot of people got debts in the UK. We've come through a period when the credit crunch happened where everybody was living on credit, and you know those bills have to be paid. You know that, otherwise you get serious consequences. Or you just want to enjoy a better lifestyle. You know, at the moment you got just about, you managing to the end of the month, you're paying your bill and everything, but you can't really enjoy your life. You can't go on holiday as much as you want. You can't do the things. You can go out for dinner, treat yourself every now and again. You can't because you just haven't got enough money. So if you want to provide for your children's future, now we all know that university fees, guys, have jumped from £3,000 a year to £9,000 a year. Why? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. There is no reason. Absolutely no reason why university fees should jump £6,000 a year. It's one of the biggest con in the UK. We already struggle to have educated people in the UK. Most of our nurses and doctors are coming from overseas. You know, the NHS is struggling because now with what's happening with Brexit, we're going to lose half of the people, you know, on NHS. NHS is going to collapse because we haven't got our own doctor, our own nurses. People can't afford to study, to go to university. They couldn't afford that £3,000. They're putting that up to £9,000. Now, you know, and of course, no problems from the government. Just go ahead, approve that. Brilliant. So everybody can't afford to study now. How many parents, hello Shannon, how many parents in the UK can put £9,000 a year away for the child to go to university? Bear in mind that most university degrees will be 3 or 4 years. And most people will have more than one child. Not many people. very few people, I should actually say. It will be the elite rather than the average person, yeah? So if you want to be able to provide for your children, if you don't want them to start their life with student loans of £30,000 after starting university because they wanted to improve themselves, they wanted to make a better life for themselves, but you couldn't afford to send them there, so they started in debt straight away, then you need to be on tonight's webinar, yeah? Likewise, it could be wedding costs. I know I got lots of my clients from India or Indian origin, and they throw mega weddings, you know, so 7 days of celebrations. They cost an absolute bomb. Yeah, you want to be able to do that, and you can't with what you're doing now is not providing the income that you need to be able to do that. Then you want to give your daughter or your son this wonderful wedding. You need to be on tonight's webinar. Yeah, same for helping people with buying your children buying the home. I mean, we are planning to retire in 5 years. By then, our kids, grown-up kids, will be sorted out with lump sum to help them to either buy properties or to rent for a very, very long period of time. Yeah, and ideally, we would like to be able to help them buy the home ourselves completely. Now, the reality today is most people don't earn enough, you know, to be able to jump on a property ladder. And even if you had enough monthly wise, income wise, the reality is not many people let me correct that, probably zilch, very few people have got enough money to put down as deposit. You know, parents haven't got the money, forget the kids, you haven't got much. So at this moment in time, very few people are going to be able to go on the property ladder. They're going to be forced to rent. Rent prices are going sky high. Very often you pay more in rent than you pay in mortgage. So you need to be able to help your children to get on the property ladder one way or another. Yeah, otherwise you're going to be renting for life. You're going to throw in the money away, paying somebody else's money like a landlord, which is the same as you know, working for somebody else, building somebody else's dream. Your children are going to be wasting the money on rent, paying for somebody else's life. Yeah, it's the same concept. So you make the changes you need to make to give yourself a lifestyle you want, to give your children the life you want them to have, they want to have, and then your children will not have to spend their life renting and throwing the money away as well. So come on tonight's webinar. That is a must. Reason number 10. I mean, that's probably the one of the biggest reasons. Think about all the big people who are the biggest business people that we know of. We're talking about Bill Gates. We're talking about Richard Branson. What have these people got in common? They own their own businesses. They don't work for other people. They didn't get rich working for other people. They started from the bottom. They saw where the market was going and they got there first. That's what it is all about. Building your business, not building somebody else's business. You know, yes, it's hard work, it takes time, but all of these people are all either involved in or all recommend network marketing. Yeah, so why? Because it's all about building networks. You build a network of people, the bigger your network is your net worth. That's what you're worth. The more people you know, the more business people, from all industries, it can be influential people. That's what you got to do. You got to surround yourself with people, people have already got what you want. Yeah, if you want to get your goal, if you want to get the life you want, you need to surround yourself with people who already got what you want, and you need to follow people who already got what you want and duplicate what they are doing. So these people, these business people, the biggest business people, Richard Branson, I say, Bill Gates, there's many, many more. All these people have got their own businesses. So if you want to get what they got, you've got to do what they're doing. You got to build your business. You got to build your empire. You got to build your own wealth, not somebody else's wealth. Yeah. So do I need to say more? No, I don't think so. Those are just 10 reasons why you should be on tonight's webinar. It is 1 hour, people. 1 hour of your time that can change your life. Ask yourself, if you had the chance to make a huge change of your life with all the support that you need, and without having to worry about investing huge amount of capital, having to come up with a product or service from scratch and build it from scratch, because it's all there for you. 1 hour that can change your life, can change your life of your loved ones. Yeah, and also can change your wealth, because it's all about wearable technology in the health sector. Yeah, 1 hour to change your life. If you had the chance to sit down for 1 hour and change your life, would you take it? Only you can answer that. And if your answer is yes, then I will see you at tonight. Okay, sorry, somebody was trying to call me. There, I'm in the middle of a live. There you go. That's what happens with lives. Okay, so guys, as I say, if you want to change your life, because what you've got now is not delivering what you want, all it takes is 1 hour tonight at 7:30. I will put the link underneath this live video. I'll put the link there. Register for that. But there's more. We are running a competition at the same time, because not only we want to give you a chance to, not only you want to get a chance, you know, to change your life, but we've got special competition. So you come on tonight's webinar, think about who else do you know who will benefit from that. Who else do you know who's not happy with their life? Who else do you know who wants to provide for the children they can't at the moment? Who else do you know who wants to switch from building someone else's dream to building their own dream? Who do you know? If you know somebody else, and you will definitely know, if you got friends and family, you will definitely know somebody's in the same position, and you want them to benefit from that, invite them along, send the link to them, make sure they, you get them to record that they come as your guest. The more people you bring along, the bigger the chance you have to win a brand new Hilo LX. Guys, this is what it's all about. Wearable technology at its best. Voted the #1 direct selling product in 2017, and we are just getting started. We are just getting started. This is less than 2 years we've been on the market. This is already our third model. Yeah, third progression on the wearable technology. As I say, wearable technology and technology in general develops all the time. You know, look at Apple iPhone, is the same. Maybe there's a new one. So only 2 years in the market, guys, we've been, and already voted #1 direct selling products. And not only that, we already are #4 in the of the how much market share we have in the wearable technology. #4. We've beaten big giants like Sony, like Microsoft, and we're #4. Give us 2 more years or even less, we will be #1. Because why? #1 at the moment is Fitbit. Fitbit are not progressing. They're trying to go into the Apple Watch market by releasing a watch that is similar to the Apple Watch. That's not enough. It's nowhere near what we can do with a Hilo. Neither is Apple Watch, by the way. I got an Apple Watch and tell me, I can guarantee you it doesn't do not even half of the things the Hilo can do for you. But you'll find out more tonight about what the Hilo can do. And one of you, one lucky person, the person comes on with the most amount of people on that webinar to change their life, change their friend's life, will also win a chance to change their health with this one. Okay, that's all I had to say, guys. Don't want to keep you for too long. I will see you tonight. I will put the link on underneath here. Tonight, 7:30. It's a Zoom call. It's a live webinar, so you need to register for that, so you're ready, set up. 7:30. See you there. And as I said, it will blow your mind. See you all there, guys. Bye.